Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great one. I know I did. Um, Now, this deck, I want to get into this. I've been mentioning it a couple times. I actually, usually I take a deck on like I said, like Thursday, one that I've been playtesting with through the week or whatever, and kind of like make sure that it's good by Saturday. This one, I was actually doing that with a couple different decks. A lot of them were rogue. This was more like the mainstream, and sometimes people are just aren't about rogue. I know people are always like, oh, dude, like I need the spiciest meta text and all that shit. This deck, obviously, it's fucking Invoked Dogmatika Shaddolls. You gotta put the fucking parentheses because only fucking. But we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, there's a couple other decks I was playtesting. I have like a bunch of rogue stuff that I want to bring to the channel, and I don't know if people are gonna enjoy it. I've got like DDDs. I have quite a good list with DDDs. That deck though is probably like one of the harder decks I've had to learn. Anyone that plays DDDs knows that 3 cards does 10,000 different things. So it's kind of like Pendulum, but more. So without further ado, dude, Invoked Dogmatika Shaddoll with the quotations, but now, you saw the 5-headed dragon on top of the extra deck. There's a reason for it, obviously. I'm not just going to fucking play that card just because, but... Now, this deck. So, the reason I like this, Alistair is like one of my favorite cards, honestly, to date, and I really like spellcasters, so... Obviously 3 Alistair. Everyone knows what he does. On normal or flip summon adds a invocation from deck to hand. And then you can discard him, boost a fusion monster by 1,000. So, the old boy Alistair. Then 3 Ecclesias. This is all pretty standard. I'm going to go into my like wonkiness because you guys know I play a bunch of weird shit. But I think I was testing 2 Ecclesias. I think this card's actually really insane for multiple reasons. Obviously, other than the fact that this card's broken. Like sometimes you actually just special it and use it for the link climb instead of the search. Because sometimes you actually draw all the pieces before needing to search them. So the other 2 Dogmatika pieces, the Maximus and the Fleur-de-Lis. The Maximus got a lot better. I was playing 2, and the reason it got a lot better is because people aren't now putting like Entis and like Cyber Dragon Nova and stuff like that in their extra deck to, like when you Maximus, they try and fuck you with it. So, the card just got a lot better. So, I don't know why like people aren't playing Dogmatika more. I don't know what the deal is with that, but who knows, dude? The fucking engine's just ridiculous. But hand traps, dude. So, I was actually testing the Eldritch engine here with this stuff, and it didn't synergize enough with the Shaddoll play that I really wanted to. So I kind of cut it, and I was like, yeah, let's just put hand traps in here, because like Invoked is like synonymous for being like, oh, dude, hand trap heavy and whatever. And I was just like, it's fine. So there's a surprise in here that's kind of wild to me, and things I've said on the channel if you watch the channel a lot. But obviously 3 Nibiru, it's light. It synergizes with Alistair. It also helps you make the VLS link a lot more. 3 Joel and Lockbird. This card also, like I've said in the past, any card that blankets the turn, especially one like this where they're like, like what deck, like I've stated, what deck can do like their full combo or whatever without searching or drawing. You know what I mean? So it's just like, they gotta play with what they got. I just think that card's just fucking just, you know what I mean? So also it's wind. I want you to keep that in mind for a second. Obviously with the invoke stuff, there's a reason for that, obviously, but. And then in past videos, as I've said, like I said earlier, cards that blanket the turn. The 3 Lancia, I still think this card's ridiculous. Obviously it's light, so cards just. But it hinders a lot of decks, Dragon Link, dinosaurs, like cards that like are kind of decks that are kind of like your worst matchup. Also, it's just chainable at any point, so like even if they like smoke grenade you or whatever, you can still be chain this one. So Card's wild. Also, anyone that knows me knows I fucking hate Gamma, right? And it's never worked for me personally. And I was like, dude, I haven't played this card in probably fucking a while. So I was like, you know what, dude? We're going to fucking give it a go, dude. And I actually fucking drew Gamma and not Driver in like 7 matches after I put it in. I was just like, Gamma. And I was like, wowzers, dude. So obviously, we're in here, dude. I don't know if the curse for me is lifted. And the one Driver, of course. But I don't know if the curse is lifted for me or what. But I hope it continues, dude. Because I'm gonna play Gamma again, dude. I'm super excited about that. So, that's what do you do? That's the end of the monsters. And then for the spells. Obviously through Magical Meltdown. Adds Alistair. Your opponent can't respond to fusion summons or the summon of a fusion monster. So, card's ridiculous. 3 Nadir Servant. Once again, obviously, card's ridiculous. Sends a monster from your extra deck. Adds a Dogmatika card with that attack. Or more or less or whatever the fuck. But I think it's less. And then I was playing three tactical talents in this list. This is like one of the first lists recently that I played 3 talents in, just because I feel like 3 talents is like, it's a card like you always want to see, instead of just playing 2. Like I always played 2 in like the dinosaurs, or like the decks don't really need it as much. This deck, you can obviously just abuse the piss out of this card. This card's ridiculous. And then this is a card I want to talk about. So 1 invocation. I play 1 invocation because DD Crow is not in the format, or heavy in the format like it normally is for some formats. I never really understood. This is my hot take or whatever, just me personally. I never really understood why people played 2 of this, because it's like you're playing 2 cards, but you could just search it with 7 cards, like Terraforming, 3 Magical Meltdowns, 3 Alistairs gets this. But, like, why would you want to draw this if you played 2, right? If you don't have Alistair. Because Alistair already gets this, so it's just like, why wouldn't you just play 1? And, like, with this deck especially, you don't need this engine at all to win. So, I just think 1's fine. Obviously, Terraforming, Called by the Grave, obviously. The heavy, fucking Harpy's Feather Dust, dude. I just have this in the deck, so you just, if they mine you, you have an out in the main deck. Plus, that card does come in clutch sometimes, so... one upstart. This deck is 40 cards. One of my lists I wanted to make sure was 40 cards. And then for the traps, there's some traps here, boys. 3 Ice Dragon's Prism. So I've had these cards since they were like $2, and when I was testing this deck, I was just like, I want to play cards that are like, I wanted to play like, other stuff. Like I was testing other stuff, like I mentioned with the Eldritch stuff, and I was just like, I wasn't like as happy with it, but I was like, this card like is fine going first and second. It's not insane going second, but it's fine going second. This card is so fucking just undervalued. Like I know a lot of people are playing it now, but I've had these for ages, and I was just like, dude, it's time to fucking test them. So I tested this card, and I was just like, yep. So, and then the 1 punishment, obviously, and the 1 Shaddoll Schism. Yeah, dude, my Invoked Dogmatika Shaddoll list. This is this and the fucking 2 cards in the extra deck. So, for the extra deck, let me make sure this is where it needs to be, boys. Yeah, okay. So obviously 2 Mechaba. Mechaba's insane. I also have a. I don't know if people watch Triff Gaming's channel or whatever, the Invoked Synchro build or whatever. I actually built that a couple weeks ago before he posted on his channel, but my build's way different than his. I actually was going to profile that today, and I was like, he just posted that the other day, so people are going to think I copied him, so I was just like, nah, that's fine. And then the, what's this, the Aguides. This card's actually just really fucking insane. So whenever monster is special summoned, if your opponent special summons a monster, he can destroy a card. If this card's special summoned, destroys a monster, and then he can banish a fusion monster from your graveyard and gains its attack. That's why you saw the 5-headed dragon earlier. I wanted to state that. Obviously, the 1 Purgatrio. This card's just ridiculous. I also don't play Ash. I still think Ash and like cards that are like 1-for-1s like that are just kind of bad in my opinion. Because like you'll Ash like one thing and then they'll have 4 more follow-ups, so it's just not really that. Because Yu-Gi-Oh now is just like 2-card combos plus. Like choke points really are just kind of rough right now in my opinion, depending on the deck obviously. But and then the one Rajin. So the reason I was talking about the Droll, obviously everyone knows what this card is. It's just Book of Moon. But the niche part about this card with the Droll is the sometimes it comes up against certain matchups, like against Eldritch. Like you can summon this and then Book of Moon the Golden Lord, and then force them to Sanguine to summon another Golden Lord, so you know that they had the Sanguine, because they won't want to fucking, stuff like that. Or like against Rogue a lot of time, like the normal summon is the choke point. That's why like Rogue is, that's why I like Rogue a lot, is because like I like improving decks, you know what I mean? So I think this card's really good. So that's just me. And then the one Titanic Clad, obviously everyone knows what this does. The Al Capone, I'm Italian. Whoa. It's part of the combo. That's this is the Shaddoll Shaddoll portion of the deck. And then the obviously the window as well, since you saw the Schism, and then the 5-headed dragon. So the 5-headed dragon, this card's really good, obviously for Dogmatika Punishment. Also, when you go to kill your opponent, you can make the Agoides, the fucking Alistair fused with Spellbook Tower, and you can banish the 5-headed dragon. This will gain 5,000 attack, so it'll be 7,000. So it's just one of those things. It's just also, this deck doesn't need a bunch of links and stuff anymore, since we don't have the new Master Rule. Obviously, you don't have the link arrow issue. So, and then the one Entis, this card always comes up. So just one though, And then for the links, the fucking Almirage, Secure Gardener, these go hand in hand. Everyone knows what that is for. The Alistair, this is a flex spot. The Cerberus, this was for a few times I actually had to, I wanted the discard outlet to pop my own Nibiru token, just so I could go for game. It's just much easier. Obviously Phoenix, this card's just MVP in like every deck I've played, just like ever since this card's come out. And then the one BLS link, obviously this card is, it's not for the budget players or whatever. This isn't needed. This could be like a unicorn, or like you could put like IP in here instead of Cerberus, and this could be unicorn. So you could IP into unicorn, whatever. But this card comes up sometimes where like you'll just be like, hey, I'm playing against Rogue and I don't know if the deck can out it. So, or this card's just insanely good against certain meta decks going second. So, what are you gonna do? But yeah. So I'll show you just a quick 2-card combo. I'm pretty sure that that everyone knows what this shit is. So maybe you can just stay right here. Let me get these boys out of here, just to make the shit a bunch easier. So this, I think this, yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, we'll go to the extract when we need it. All right, field center beam.
Yep.
You may move this. I'm gonna move this sword just a wee tad. All right. So obviously, no summon Alistair's effect. This will be your hand down here at the invocation. You link off the Alistair. This will be a graveyard down here to make the Almirage. Can you see this, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Almirage up here. Link off the Almirage into Secure Gardener. And then, oh, by the way, the 2-card combo is Alistair and the this, or Nadir Servant, or whatever you want to do. But so now, yeah, okay. So then you'll special this. Search the Maximus. I'm sorry, you won't special this yet, because I'm dumb. You'll play this first. Jesus Christ. You'll banish. This will be banished. We'll just put. You see this?
Yeah.
Right, this will just be banished right here. I'll just put banish down here. Banish will be there. Banish this in the secure guard now for the Mechaba. Just whatever for Mechaba. Then you shuffle this back in the deck. Add the Alistair to hand. Then you special summon the Ecclesia's effects. We'll add the Maximus. Maximus will banish the Almirage. Special summon. Maximus effect. We'll send, both players send 2 from their extra. So you'll send the Titanic Lad and the Al Capone. And the Al Capone's effect, we'll add the Schism. And obviously you have 3 other cards in hand, but just for the combo, we'll just say that this has to be discarded, just because it doesn't really matter that much. And then the Schism will be set. And then you'll go to end phase. The Titanic Clad will activate. And add the Fleur-de-Lis to hand. And then on your opponent's turn, during the main phase, so you'll stand by. Obviously, you have the Alistair, or 3 other cards in hand. I just discard the Alistair, for whatever. And then on their main phase, once they start playing, then you'll Schism and banish the Al Capone and the Titanic Lad to summon the Winda. And then obviously you have this in hand. This also would be in hand because you have 3 other cards, so you wouldn't have to discard this, but just for a 2-card combo or whatever. Because usually you use this for the Mechama negate, unless you have another monster. Obviously you would. So they can only special summon once. Obviously negate this stuff, and then this would send a monster they control with the same attributes. So if they were playing, Dragon Link or something that hit the dark and whatever. But so yeah, dude. Other than fumbling that up at the very end, deck's very good. I would definitely. I wanted to actually play the Shaddoll Invoked Dogmatika, like with the other Shaddoll cards, like Beast and all that, with like 3 invocations and stuff. And I didn't think it was necessary, just because the deck's so linear and so free for like all the consistency cards. Like you don't want to draw like dead Shaddoll monsters that if you don't have, you know what I mean. So obviously Shaddoll Fusion's insane, but the thing I did want to say was I have ordered or have on the way is all of my Phantom Rage stuff. I bought I think every archetype from that set. So I have like the Tri-Brigade stuff. That Tri-Brigade stuff, dude, is just wild to me. I think the Ultra Rare's like $6 or $7 right now. I don't know the names of them. I just bought them, but I know what they do. But it's like discard 1, send a level 3 or lower from deck to graveyard, and then you can link summon by banishing those to summon an extra deck monster, Beast, Warrior, or Winged Beast. Those cards are insane. I ordered my Zeus's. I do have all the Zeus stuff, so I was just waiting for the Zeus's to come in, because I have obviously a Zoo deck profile. So hopefully next weekend I'll have all that stuff, and we can go from there. So yeah, guys, we're 3 subs away from 150, guys. Whoa, to me that's insane. I'd appreciate the like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are watching this and you're not subbed yet, hit the bell button too, dude, so you could be like, I wish I could change the bell to a Bud Light can, but I can't. So, yeah, guys. Cheers.